Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? We're going to be doing a swatch party of all of Bella Beaute Bar's newest releases. So we've got the Melted Mattes Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette, which is a really fun kind of mixture of some neutral tones and then also some really bright tones happening, and everything is very matte in this palette, and I believe this retails for $36. They also came out with a baked blush face and cheek palette, which is super cute. I love the names in here. Look how adorable that is, and I believe this retails for $30. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch that out. And then they also came out with a Molten Chromes palette, and this has got just 6 shades, but it is a pretty penny. It is $60. It looks like it's all multi-chromes, but we're gonna have to play with it, see if it is worth the money. It does look really beautiful in person. I do have an affiliate code with Bella Beaute Bar. It's just AMYLOVES, and I believe it saves you 10% off their entire website. I'll go ahead and link in the cards right here every swatch party that I've done of Bella Beaute Bar products in the past, because I've definitely done quite a few. And yeah, enough yapping, let's start swatching. I kind of want to start with this blush palette here just because it looks super pretty. And blushes in general are a very easy thing to swatch. So we've got the shade Macaron. Ooh, that feels so creamy. It's like this beautiful kind of mauvey pink, but it definitely has a really nice texture to it. We've got Strudel, which looks like kind of like a poppy, corally shade. Cannoli, which just looks like a really beautiful warm blush, like that, just like in between blush bronzer moment. Those look so pretty. We've got Shortcake, which is more of just like a cool tone, soft pink. Muffin, kind of like a fuchsia. And then Red Velvet. Is anyone else getting so hungry right now? That's a really beautiful kind of rich raspberry red kind of shade. Okay. So I will say swatched out, these two do look a little similar. You can see this just has a touch more purple, like mauve tones to it. But overall, they look really pretty. Okay, now jumping into the Molten Chromes. I think I want to swatch this next just because it looks so beautiful. So we've got the shade Heat here, which looks like a soft gold. Ooh, very soft and metallic to the touch. And it's got a strong pink shift. You can kind of see the shift a little bit right there. That is beautiful. And then we've got Melt, which looks kind of like a soft gold with a blue and possibly like a pink shift. Again, the texture is incredible. It's very creamy, very silky. There's some really beautiful sparkles going on. And then we've got Molten, which has like a deeper purple base and a greeny gold shift. Again, very soft to the touch. It actually looks holographic. Wow, that is just stunning. Okay, very intense. Ooh, okay. I love that shade so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, look at her. Here's with the mirror just so you can see those shifts a little bit better. Next we have the shade Dissolve, which in person kind of just looks like a soft yellow. It definitely looks more satiny. It does have a little bit of a blue shift going on, but it's not as sparkly. We've got Bake, which looks like a soft purple, very similar texture. And then we've got Drip, which I would say is the least interesting shade to me. It's kind of like a mid-tone purple with a little bit of a coppery gold flip. Okay. I mean, that's beautiful. So shiny. And then there's with the mirror, even though those ones aren't quite as shifty. So overall with this palette, I have slightly mixed feelings. I feel like Molten is so beautiful. If that was available as an individual shadow, I would say run, don't walk. Like that is one of the prettiest shadows I've ever seen. But seeing it all together, do I think that these 6 shadows are worth $60? I don't know. I don't know if they stand out enough in my collection compared to all the indie makeup I own, or if you're watching this and you have a lot of special shadows, I don't know if this would be worth it for you, but Molten is just amazing. So now jumping into the melted mattes, we do not have any shade names here, so I'm just going to describe everything to the best of my ability. Starting off, we've got a soft white matte, and it feels very creamy to the touch. And then we've got a soft beige. We've got an orangey brown, just a little tiny bit deeper than the last shade. Definitely a good transition right here. And then we've got, I would say, kind of like a caramelly soft brown. We've got a deep cool tone brown, a soft kind of yellowy ochre type shade. We've got a neutral, very light brown, and then a pretty warm orange brown mid-tone shade. I almost feel like this is giving the vibes of the Makeup by Mario palettes, if you wanted to have like an indie version. Next, we've got a nice matte black. Oh wait, no, I messed up the order. Sorry. Okay, we've also got this very red brown, which I almost missed, but I didn't. I love when I miss a shade in one of these videos because I get so many comments and I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry. I can't edit it in after it's already live. We've got kind of like a peachy soft orange, and then a brighter light orange. Don't worry, I'm putting it back in order. We've got an even brighter orange. It's like a true coral right there. We've got like a salmony pink, a hot neon pink, and all of these feel so creamy to the touch. We've got like a chartreuse, like neon yellow. That one, I don't know if you can see the texture right there. It does feel a little bit drier, a little bit more flaky. That just happens a lot with neon shadows. Still looks very bright though. I just need to take it back. I feel like I'm staring at this swatch and this is not really a chartreuse. It's more of just like a highlighter yellow. That's what I should have called it to begin with. So lastly, we've got a really soft peach, kind of similar to this shade, but just a little less brown. We've got, I feel like this is also kind of a peach, but it's more of like a pinky peach versus an orangey peach, if you know what I mean. We've got another pink here. I don't know if you can tell, these shades are having a little bit more of a funky texture to them. And then another hot pink, but this one is definitely lighter than the previous one. And again, these all feel, they feel creamy to the touch, but they just look very dry. Okay, so there is the entire matte palette swatched out. I think overall it does look really nice. The texture of majority of the shadows is beautiful. I think that this could be a really nice palette if you love your staple mattes. My personal preference, I'm not super into the neon shades. I just don't use them that often. But I would say from here out that it's just a really pretty, just basic, beautiful neutral matte palette. I was a little concerned about that staining my arm because it does say that it is a pressed pigment palette, and sometimes pressed pigments do tend to stain, but luckily that did not happen. So let me zoom you out a little. that is the swatch party. I really hope that this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye!